And join alongside our analyst, Craig Button. So the second game of this 105th Memorial Cup needed overtime, and in the end, the chess match was won by Dale Hunter and the London Knights, getting those all-important 2 points. Well, it was Sam O'Reilly who started the scoring in this game, and it was Sam O'Reilly who ended the scoring in this game as we turn things over to Victor Findlay and Frankie Corrado.
That's right, Laura. Sam O'Reilly, playoff hero in the second round for the London Knights. It comes through again here in the Memorial Cup, Frankie.
Yeah, pretty simple game for him. Go to the front of the net and get rewarded. And like Laura mentioned, he got the party started, and he's going to finish the party, the first round pick of the Edmonton Oilers. And I had a chance to talk to Easton Cowan yesterday, and he mentioned to me that Sam O'Reilly's one of those guys that tells him, get me the puck in front of the net. I'm standing there. And on the overtime winner, O'Reilly comes off the bench. What does he do, Vic? He goes right to the front of the net. And then it's Easton Cowan. What a play. The feet to get out of that turn and find Sam O'Reilly. The backhand deflection, similar to the first goal that he scored in this game, a backhand deflection, and sends the London Knights and their fans hope happy after a first game victory for the Knights and their faithful. Sam O'Reilly had a really nice night, and you know, playing alongside Easton Cowan never hurts, as he was facilitating a lot of the offense, but Sam O'Reilly the beneficiary of that.
Yeah, Edmonton Oilers got him late in the first round, and they could always use a little bit more of OT heroism in Edmonton these days as well. Play pretty meaningful games right now of their own, Laura, as the London Knights will be right back at it here again tomorrow night.
Yeah, and Craig, you know, in the intermission before overtime, we talked about Sam O'Reilly, and we said, yeah, he scored the opening goal of the game just 91 seconds in, but he was making more of an impact than just that. Talked about him getting into the little areas and doing the hard things and how those details can sometimes win games, and they did for him here.
Laura, I don't know what I can add to that, because you talked.
Sorry.
Well, that's okay, but the details. And when you watch the winning goal, you got to get to a spot ahead of the opponent. That's exactly what he does against Lounsbury. So now Lounsbury's a little bit late, but not only that, he establishes stick position. And then the stick position is right there, and now Easton Cowan has an opportunity to do that. There's so many things over the course of the game that he does so well in all areas of the game. And when you watch him play, there's nothing that you think is beyond his grasp. Just really solid, really consistent, really reliable, and does the things that you need, as you pointed out, Laura, with respect to the details. You want to be a good NHL player, you need to be consistently reliable and dependable. I think that Sam O'Reilly has shown that consistently, reliably, and night for the checkmate and the win.
Ooh, I like it. The London Knight and the checkmate. I like it. All right, well, the London Knights in this impressive run in the playoffs, they went 16-1 before the Memorial Cup. They only needed one overtime game. The winner of that game, the one who scored the game-winning goal, would be Sam O'Reilly. He was also the player of the game here in Rimouski. Here he is now with Reagan.
Sam, an overtime game winner for your first Memorial Cup game win. What was that moment like?
Oh, it was, you know, we battled through. We didn't have our best game, but, you know, we battled to the end and came out well.
Easton Cowan had a pretty nice move on the goal. What can you say about his performance?
Oh, he's been great. Great all year long. He's, you know, so consistent, so hard-working and driven, and, you know, he's a hell of a player, and it's fun to play with him.
How do you guys regroup before tomorrow?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
How do you regroup before tomorrow?
You know, just stick to ourselves and, you know, get our bodies right and recover right and, you know, get ourselves rehydrated and come out tomorrow hard again.
Congrats on the win. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's the name that everyone's been bringing up, Easton Cowan, who has the ability to take over games. We've seen it time and time again. And here in the opening game for both of these teams at the Memorial Cup was no exception.
Yeah, for Easton Cowan, when you consider what he did last year, most outstanding player in the OHL, most valuable player in the playoffs, falling one win short of a Memorial Cup championship, when you consider that this year, a lot of people go, oh, what could Easton Cowan learn by going back to the OHL? Listen, anytime you play for Dale Hunter, I don't care what day it is, you're going to learn, and you're going to get better. We've talked about it time and time again. Dale Hunter prepares players to go to the NHL and have success. So when you think about everything that he's done this year, he's worked on different areas of his game. It might not show up in the scoring totals or the point production, but his game is more complete. His game has always had tenacity. His game has always had that willingness to be a difference maker. But He's just rounded it out so nicely and built it. So anybody that wants to talk about, oh, he has nothing to learn in the OHL, he kept learning because he needed to learn, and he's going to learn from Dale Hunter, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to be the beneficiaries of that.
And he's teaching his opponents that you better make sure you know where I am on the ice, because I'm going to make you pay otherwise. And unfortunately, in games like this, there was always going to be a losing team. And for that, it was the Moncton Wildcats, who unfortunately don't pick up any points. It's the London Knights, of course, getting the only 2. But for Matisse Russo, this was an outstanding performance. We wouldn't have even seen overtime if it wasn't for his heroics near, especially over the last 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, you think about the third period especially, 16-3 there, which had some really good scoring chances for the London Knights. And Matisse Russo, just time after time after time after time after time after time, just kept making the saves. And you know, when you're got that type of goaltending, you know now you get to overtime, you're close even late in the game, one shot can reward that goaltender with the win because of his superb play. At the end of it, he could only do what he was capable of doing, and he did it at an exceptional level. Certainly Sam O'Reilly with the 2 goals, including an overtime winner, gets the player of the game. But if we could give another player of the game, it would be Matisse Russo.
Yes. Well, the Moncton Wildcats almost did something that only the Oshawa Generals have been able to do since the regular season ended, and that is beat the London Knights. But they can't get it done. Maybe the Rimouski Oceanic will have more luck because, yes, the Knights are right back at it tomorrow night. The second game of the back-to-back, game number 3 of this 105th Memorial Cup comes your way tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern. We'll kick things off with a pregame show.